The Active Advocacy Coalition is a statewide, student-led coalition that works to make college more affordable and more accessible for all students. We do work on the state side, on the federal side, and then a little bit of work on the institutional side as well. We had our second conference this year, and overall we've trained around 200 students just in the 3 years that the program has been around, which I think is remarkable. We have spoken to hundreds of legislators, probably every single one in both the House and the Senate. For lack of a better word, like, they see us coming and they know who we are. The impact of the AAC, I think, has been twofold. So one, the impact that we've made on the state legislature and sort of forcing them to think about access to higher education for folks who don't have money. And two, the impact on the students and their ability to think critically about policy, to come up with their own thoughts, opinions, and arguments on it, and to push campaigns in the Capitol in a way that they wouldn't have been able to prior to. Given an opportunity to lead, young people will lead every time. My hope for the future of the coalition is to continue to solidify that work and make room and welcome young folks and their thoughts and leadership with open arms.
With the support of Mayor Lyda Crewson and County Executive Steve Stenger, and with the support of Better Together STL, we've been tasked with looking at government functions in the region and finding a way to provide more equitably the access to and the delivery of government in our region.
And they were going to do so in a very calibrated manner, a very non-biased manner, just simply listening and looking at options.
There needs to be some sort of change to make this region more vibrant in order to compete not only within the country but globally.
I think we're making a difference in the region by really getting people to think about how they respond, not just in their area, but they're thinking about the benefit that we will all accrue as a region. People will say, my municipality is Huntley, but my home is St. Louis. They'll have their funders for the neighborhoods, but they will identify as a St. Louisan.
The Greenhouse Venture. We are an emerging organization focused on education, teaching students bioscience, preparing them for careers in future science, and also teaching them childhood nutrition. What makes us unique is that 4 schools coming together are completely different, and that we believe that we're going to partner, remove the walls, and that our students at the end of their high school career hopefully will go off into science. They'll relocate back to the city from college, and they'll make a difference. One of the greatest impacts is our students desire now to learn more about science, learn more about food production. Farming is still important today. It's not something that our forefathers have done. They need to learn how to produce food, and especially with obesity going on in our nation, that they need to learn about healthy nutrition. The students desire now not only to know about science, but the desire to seek college careers in science. We believe the future is going to be regional. That as of right now, there's only 4 schools. We believe we're going to impact many more schools in the city, but eventually we will be the pioneers that remove walls within the city and regionally as well.
The Cdfi Coalition is a group of mission-driven community development financial institutions who all provide a range of products and services that traditional financial institutions just don't provide. The impact of our coalition is such things as learning about what partner organizations are doing and determining what ways we can work together to bring our products together to the same population. Our organization is seeking to build wealth in communities that have traditionally been overlooked by traditional financial institutions and seeking to bridge the wealth gap. We look to respond to the calls of the Ferguson Commission report and developing our efforts under a racial equity lens. The legacy of the coalition, it should be increased wealth building for the St. Louis region. So communities who have traditionally been underinvested and communities where wealth building will strengthen the fabric of various families and individuals. We hope that we're going to bring more resources to those areas.
This award not only assists us with credibility, but it also validates what we're doing in the city and making a difference.
To receive the acknowledgement of an award just kind of gives us a motivator to keep going and to be accountable to our community.
It sort of lets the students know that they're doing good and important work, and that work does deserve to be recognized.
Winning this award to us is an affirmation that we're asking the right questions at the right time, and it allows us to validate that this region is ripe for discussion and ripe for this type of, hopefully, action going forward.